It is time for the Daily Spice, 10 minutes of inspiration, empowerment, and motivation to get you through your day. And in this case, I guess your week. We're going to start today out talking about 5 ways to reclaim your mental wellness in midlife. Yes, May is Mental Health Month. I'm a licensed therapist. You know we got to talk about mental wellness and menopause and midlife. Come on. So let's do it this morning. I got 5 ways for you. I hope this weekend you did your homework. Yep, I told you I was going to check. So who did the homework this weekend? I know it was Mother's Day, and it was the perfect time for you to get that homework done. We try to make it simple here so that it's not so overwhelming, that you can put it in your daily routine. I keep telling you all, self-care is not an event. It is something you do every single day. Self-care is like brushing your teeth, putting on your deodorant, listen, fixing your face up, brushing your hair, taking a shower. Self-care is so important. It's so important, you've got to do it every day. It's not just about getting your nails done, your hair done. It's not about going to get a massage. No, those are parts of it. But self-care is something we do every single day. So this weekend, even though it was Mother's Day, that homework I gave you Friday was really about creating that self-care daily routine. So drop in the chat if you did the homework. Type me in the chat if you did that homework, because I just want to know. Tanya, did you do the homework? Shakira, did you do the homework? Vernetta, did you do the homework? Marjorie, did you do the homework? Gail, did you do the homework? So I hope you did. I hope you did. But this morning, let's talk about 5 ways to reclaim your mental wellness in midlife. So, can we be a little honest this morning? Midlife is not just about the physical changes we go through, it's also about the mental breakthroughs that we have. Listen, we got to settle this mental part of us as we go through midlife. You spent all this time showing up for everybody else, doing everything that you needed to do for them, being great for them. I love it, I love it, I love it. Some of y'all were just amazing and still are amazing moms. Listen, amazing sisters, amazing daughters, amazing caregivers. So, that's great. But you've got to find your peace. That matters. You got to find your mental health wellness. That matters. So today, I want you to matter. I want you to know just how important you are to you. And not just to you, to all those people that bought you those Mother's Day gifts this weekend. You're important to them. So in order to show up for them, you got to show up for you first. So 3 John says it this way. Dear friend, right? I pray that you may enjoy good health, that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along well. Let me read that again. Dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health and that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along well. So, if the word can tell us that we should enjoy good health, that we should be good inside, why do we take that and go, it's not about me, it's about everybody else. Let me see what I could do for them. Let me show up for everybody else. It's not about me. We will sit there and go places with a migraine that's about to put us up under the bed, but we'll still show up. Why? Because we think they need us there. But today, I'm giving you 5 ways you can start reclaiming your mental health in midlife. Here's the first one. You got to normalize your needs, sis. I want you to write these down. The first one, I've got to normalize my needs. Normalize my needs. Put that in your notes. Number 1, I've got to normalize my needs. Stop pretending you're okay when you're not. You're allowed to have needs, sis. You really are. You're allowed to express your needs. You're allowed to ask for help. You're allowed to rest. Why? Because you need to normalize your needs. Listen, normalize therapy, normalize your boundaries, normalize being human. That's right. And normalize not being strong. Let me say that again. Normalize therapy, normalize boundaries, normalize needing rest, and being human, not normalizing being strong. It's not about that. It's about normalizing your needs. And one of the most powerful things you can do as a woman or dude in midlife, listen, is to tell the truth about how you're feeling. Tell the truth about how you're feeling. So normalize your needs. And the only way to do that is to spend time with you, getting to know you so that you'll know what it is that you actually need. So that's the first one. I need to normalize my needs. Here's the second one. Listen, you need to declutter your mind. Good God Almighty. Listen, mental wellness begins with mental stillness. Let me say that again. Mental wellness begins with mental stillness. Be still, be quiet, and this is when I actually want you to get in your head. I want you to start spending time with you. When your mind is overwhelmed with to-do lists and unspoken thoughts, listen, y'all know how we had them conversations in our heads, those unspoken thoughts, those things that we wish we could have said to somebody else, but we held in and we didn't say it. Yeah, those unspoken thoughts. Yeah, when your mind is full of your to-do list, your calendar, those old unspoken thoughts. Listen, when your mind is cluttered with emotionality, when your mind is not at peace, listen, your peace will always feel like you'll never get it. But you got to be able to release those things. Journaling, I showed you the 4x4 box breathing. That helps with decluttering your mind. Also, meditation, and I'm not necessarily talking about meditation. I'm talking about just being still in your thoughts. That's what meditation is. The word even talks about how we should pray and meditate on the word. And it doesn't necessarily mean, but for those of you who do meditate that way, great, because you're learning how to regulate yourself. But for those of you who say, I can't get with that, that's okay. Because sometimes just deep breathing and taking a moment during the day to be with your thoughts and your breath, you'll recognize that you're actually breathing wrong. I met with a coaching client last week, and she was in my office, and we were talking about a lot of the stress that she's going through. And y'all get me, she is going through a lot right now. But one of the things I told her, I said, hey, just sit and take a breath. I literally timed her, telling her to sit there in 2 minutes to take a breath. Y'all, it wasn't even 30 seconds into her 2 minutes, and she started crying. Here's the thing. She couldn't even breathe the right way. Her shoulders were up like this. Her breath was very shallow. And listen, we took the rest of the session with me teaching her how to breathe. By the time I finished, her shoulders had come down a little bit. Her countenance had changed. You could see the exhaustion, the mental overwhelm just beginning to leave her body. And of course, her homework was to do more of that 10 minutes a day, multiple times out of the day. That's right. So you want to declutter your mind. That's number 2. Here's number 3, detox from people pleasing. Some of y'all are addicted to people pleasing. Mental exhaustion often comes from emotional exhaustion, emotional overextension, emotional overwhelm. Yes, mental exhaustion comes from those 3. People pleasing is a silent killer of peace. Just like high blood pressure is a silent killer, just like heart disease is a silent killer. Listen, people pleasing is a silent killer of your peace. You don't have to be everything to everybody. Your yes should never come at the cost of your peace. Let me say that one more time. Your yes should never come at the cost of your peace. If it's costing you your peace, it's costing you too much. If it's costing you your peace, listen, it's costing you too much out of your life, out of your daily life, out of the 1,440 minutes that God has gifted you every single day. It's costing you too much. Every time you say yes to what drains you, listen, you're saying no to what sustains you. Let me say that again. Every time you say yes to what drains you, you're saying, no, I'm not worthy of doing the things that actually sustain me. Girl, you better protect your peace. Man, you better start saying no to the things you don't want to do anymore. Listen, you got to protect your yes and honor your no. Let me say that one more time, Shakira. You better protect your yes and honor your no. That's self-respect. That's self-love. That's self-worth. That's not selfish. Here's number 4, y'all, because I got to go. Reconnect with your joy. Do something every day that brings you joy. Remember, I told you self-care is not an event. Self-care is something you do every single day. And so you've got to reconnect with your joy, not once a week, not once a month, not every 6 months. No, you got to do it every single day. What brings you joy? Just a little bit of something every single day. You deserve moments that are just for you. Is it taking a shower for 20 minutes and enjoying that hot shower? Oh, wait, that's just me. Yeah, that brings me joy. I do it every single day. I told y'all I watch the Flintstones, the Jetsons, or Big Bang Theory every single day. Why? Because it brings me joy. That's part of my self-care routine. Here's the last thing I want you to remember, the 5 ways to reclaim your mental wellness and thrive in midlife. Here's number 5. You got to speak life over yourself. I talk to myself and I answer back. Yes, I speak life over myself. Every day I speak life into my mind. I say I'm safe. I say I am healing, ing, not healed. I am healing because healing is a process. I am enough. I am worthy of peace, love, joy, and happiness. Oh, yes, I speak life to myself. I don't rely on other people to pour into me, because if I rely on them to pour into me and to validate who I am, I give them power to silence me. Good God Almighty. Listen, I don't rely on other people to speak life into me, because that gives them to power. That gives them the power to not validate who I am. And I'm relying on them to validate me. Oh no, listen, I talk to myself, I answer back, I know my voice, and I speak life to myself. My husband can come in and hear me talking to myself and be like, is she on the phone? No, son, no, sweetie, no, honey. I'm having a conversation with myself because I'm speaking life over myself. I told y'all, you got to start putting those affirmations on your phone, recording your affirmations on your phone in your voice so that you can hear your voice, because you don't even know your own voice. You can hear your voice encouraging you, empowering you, inspiring you, motivating you. You need to hear your voice. And don't get me wrong, Pastor PMJ, Pastor Darius, Pastor Jakes, Pastor Sarita Jakes, all of these people are wonderful pastors. Pastor Knighton, listen, I listen to them all too, but none of their voices is louder than Tracy Knighton's voice. My voice is louder than any other person's voice, because I need to hear me speaking life over me. When times get rough, I might not be able to get to a Lawrence Knighton. When times get rough, I might not be able to get to a TD Jakes. When times get rough, I might not be able to get to a Pastor Darius Daniels or a Pastor Mike. Pastor Mike, listen, when times get rough, I might not be able to pull up a Sarita Jakes because I might be in the middle of nowhere, but the voice that I can hear is the voice of Tracy Knighton, and she can speak life over herself. Woo! Y'all were just going to make me work this morning, wasn't you? But listen, you have got to speak life over yourself. And I'm not talking about just when things get rough. I'm talking about every single day. You've got to speak life over yourself. Good morning, gorgeous. Yes, you are beautiful and you are safe, girl. Listen, you are rocking this midlife thing. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. You are a royal priestess. You are the apple of God's eye. God gave his only son for you, girl, because you are just that priceless. Y'all, I've got to go this morning. Y'all are not going to make me get into this morning. Listen, those are the 5 ways that you reclaim your joy, reclaim your peace, reclaim your happiness, reclaim your mental wellness in midlife. Until tomorrow morning, remember, like I always tell you, don't keep this for yourself. You know a sister that needs to hear this. You know a brother that needs to hear this. Share this video with them. And remember to hit the subscribe button. That's what I need you to do. I need you to do two things. Share this and hit the subscribe button. Why? Because you need to know when I'm coming on. That's it, y'all. Until tomorrow morning, y'all remember, live life spicy. And I'll see you tomorrow morning with another Daily Spice. Have an amazing day.